9282 or toll free at 888-545-9282.
737 back on Jersey Central on the New Talk Radio WCTC, the voice of Central Jersey. Our contest coming up sometime between now and 8 o'clock. We'll give you a chance to score a pair of tickets to see Mark Twain tonight at the State Theater, the great one-man show with Hal Holbrook. And we'll also have our Need to Know Things coming up a little bit later on in this half hour, too. Joining me now on the Raritan Bay Medical Center Jersey Newsmaker Hotline. We talk to him every Tuesday morning at this time about gold and diamonds and jewelry and coins and valuables and how to see what's something worth. Is it worth a lot? Is it worth a little? Well, you won't know until you talk to somebody who is in the know. And that's exactly what Barry Blank, who is the president and owner of National Estate Jewelers, certainly is. And he's our guest this morning here on Jersey Central. Welcome back, Barry Blank. Good to talk to you, my friend. How you doing this morning?
Well, I'm doing wonderful this morning, Bert. Barron?
Excellent.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great, too. Thank you so much. All right, let's talk about pawnbrokers in New Jersey. Now, to be a pawnbroker, it requires a special license that you possess, right, Barry?
That is correct. We are totally licensed, and we're also bonded. We're licensed by the State of New Jersey Banking Department because when somebody comes to us with a piece of merchandise, it actually becomes we are responsible for that merchandise. So we are governed by the State of New Jersey.
Okay, so we've seen on TV about all these glamorous things that people take to pawnbrokers and whatnot. Why? What's the real reason that someone goes to visit a pawnbroker? Why would anybody do that in the first place?
The main reason is very quick, short-term cash. Very quick. No credit check, no nothing. You bring in something of collateral, you walk out within 15 minutes to a half an hour with a cash loan.
Wow. Now, this is something that is a little different than maybe the other stuff that you do, Barry, where the price is negotiated or you ask someone how much they're looking to get for a particular item. Is it done differently than you do with the other things, the gold and the diamonds?
With the pawnbroker, we actually say how much of a loan are you looking for?
Okay.
In purchasing, we make the price. We say that there's this is what we can pay you. There's always negotiation. I mean, we want to make the loan because if we don't make the loan, we don't make the percentage. We don't make any money. But it has to be within a reasonable price that we feel comfortable with.
Gotcha. Okay. So let's say someone brings in, let's say a musket loading Revolutionary War rifle or something. I don't know. They bring it in and they say.
Good question. However, in the state of New Jersey, we cannot loan on any firearm, antique or modern.
All right. Bad example then. All right. How about somebody?
That's all right. That's all right. They bring in a Rolex watch.
That's better. Okay. We'll use a Rolex watch as an example. So someone brings you the watch. And they want to get money for this. Now, is there a period that the loan that they have to pay the money back to you? How does that work?
It's generally a 4-month. Well, it's a 4-month loan. If we loan, let's say $1,000, they get 4 months to come in. If they come in at the end of the 4 months, they can do one of two things. They can either pay the interest on the loan and the principal and pick it up, or just pay the principal on the loan and renew it, giving them another 4 months.
So that's what it is. It's collateral for a loan when someone needs like some cash like yesterday. That's how they get it.
That's exactly how it is.
Okay. What are some bizarre things that maybe some people have brought in to get loans to use as collateral for a loan from you?
Well, people ask us if we do computers. They'd ask us if we do electronics or washing machines.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously, we are only doing diamonds, jewelry, watches, coins, and silver. And we will do some high-end artwork where we have unlimited funds to loan money on, which is, people should know there is no limit on what we can loan as long as you have the collateral.
Okay. A washing machine? Somebody tried to bring a washing machine in?
Have you ever been to a normal one? You've watched all the pawnbroker shows on TV.
Yeah, the one in Las Vegas. I've seen that one before, sure.
They bring in everything. We get calls all the time. And there were pawnbrokers who loan on cars. And I would consider that in the future.
You would?
But,
wow.
Yeah, I would. We just have to get a storage place.
I guess so, right? Yeah, it's collateral like anything else, right?
Just like anything else.
Wow. How about that? So let's say, for example, they give you the collateral, they get the money, they get the loan, and the person vanishes, like into thin air. What do? Do you have recourse, Barry, other than just keeping the stuff?
We don't need recourse. I mean, we have the collateral. If a person does not return at the end of 4 months, we send out a certified letter. We try to reach them by telephone. If they do not respond, the merchandise becomes ours. So the recourse is we get to resell the merchandise, which is why we collateralize our loan.
Gotcha. So it's almost the equivalent of them defaulting on the loan payment then.
It is exactly that.
Gotcha. Okay. Now I understand how exactly this works. Okay. If somebody just says, "Hey, you know what? I can't pay for it." What do you do? Is there anything you can do at that point?
If they say they can't pay for it,
Yeah.
we still have to wait the 4 months
Okay.
and a grace period of 30 days, I believe. And at the end of that time period, they've had the chance to pick it up. It becomes ours, and we have the legal right to sell it.
Okay. Now, obviously, you're a reputable pawnbroker. You're licensed and bonded, like you said. But what makes a pawnbroker not be reputable? What are some dirty things that are being done?
Well, you should always ask if they are licensed by the state you're doing business in. The pawnbroking industry is, as I mentioned earlier, totally regulated by the state's banking laws and regulations. We become a bank. You've got to watch out for not getting a receipt. You must get a receipt. It's a very interesting, very ancient, I would say, old law on the books. The pawnbroking ticket, the piece of paper you get when you leave, is actually the title to that pawn ticket. So if you should lose that piece of paper, anybody who has that piece of paper that pawn ticket could come in and pay for the item and go away with it.
Wow.
You must be very cautious. I
Yeah.
don't particularly like that. I think, and we actually ID people anyway when they come in with the ticket. So,
Is there an electronic trail too of all this, Barry, or does it just come down to this hard piece of paper?
Well, there is an electronic trail. It's all
Okay.
much different than it used to be when everything is in paper ledger books. This is all a computer program and all backed up to data files. And it's very, very easy to work with for us, but there is totally a paper trail.
Gotcha. Now, the 4-month thing, is that your terms? Is that negotiable? Or is that the term that you sent? That's got to be 4 months. And is there negotiations available there?
Well, there is always negotiation. However, you can pick it up in 1 month. You can pick it up in 2 months. You could pick it up any time you want to buy back your pawn. If you don't buy it back, you can renew it by paying the interest.
All right, very good. I have a better understanding for it now because I never kind of knew the difference between pawning and selling. Now I have a grasp of the difference there now too. Okay, very good. We'll do this again next week, Barry. And what do you want to cover on the segment next week?
We're going to look at gold testing, the different carats of gold, the different purities of gold, different methods of testing, and I guess what gives gold value.
Very good. Okay, I got questions about that too, but we'll pick that up again next Tuesday. Barry Blank, President and owner, National Estate Jewelers. Thanks for the time and for the education this morning, my friend. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you. Take care.
All right, you too. All right, Barry Blank, my guest on the Raritan Bay Medical